Hello and welcome to Tudan TV. My name is Tudan and today we're here to look at a medic healing build. Now, after being in the head start for the last few days, taking a lot of time off actually, which is quite nice, I've had a look around at some of the dungeons and some of the medics that are healing. Now, medics are a very popular class, but the healers that I've seen, they don't seem to be able to... we seem to be wiping quite a lot, and I do honestly think that that is down to the skills that people are picking. Now, what I'm going to do for you today is run through the skills that I've used, which I've used from the beta, which I find very, very useful. Now, just to let you know, I'm currently level 23, so I don't actually have all of the skills that I require, but we'll go through as much as we can with what we've got, okay? And I'll run you through the skills. So, first of all, the skills that we'll be running through are these ones here. Now, I won't be going through the amps. I'll make a separate link in the description which will go through the amps, because I'm missing some of them. I haven't unlocked them all, so there's no point really much in doing that, but I will put a link in the description so you can get all that information. Now, if you compare this to your DPS build, you've got your emission here, okay? Now, the emission is the equivalent of your discharge. Now, discharge, of course, gains power cores. This does exactly the same. The only difference is, rather than dealing damage, it heals. So we've got there, restores 171 health to yourself and your allies, and this is one which is very mobile. Now, the class as a medic is very, very mobile, very, very useful. It's the only class that can actually restore shields as well, so it's very, very powerful, and we'll run you through that a little bit later on. So the first skill is a mission here. Now, this one is just a nice gradual heal there, and you can just run around and do that as much as you can, okay? And you can just get your allies within that field, and oh, wrong one, get your allies within that field, and away you go, alright? Now, a lot of medics have this ability, okay, they use a mission, but I don't see many medics using this ability. Now, this ability, in my opinion, is the most important ability. This will make the difference between you living or dying, so use this ability straight away. It's called Crisis Wave. Now, Crisis Wave can be quite expensive because it costs 2 power cores to use, but of course your missions are actually going to regain those power cores, which is quite nice. Now, with Crisis Wave, you can get all your allies into one area, and if I zoom all the way out, that's the area it heals, okay? And all you do is literally let go and bang, you got it, okay? And as long as your allies were within that area, they'll be healed. And as you can see, it heals absolutely loads, okay? So use that one, very, very powerful. And I've just tiered them up as much as I can where I see fit until I unlock them at level 25. Next ability we're going to go through is Paralytic Surge. Of course, that's a stun, which is very, very useful because in dungeons people need to make sure we stun the bosses, otherwise we'll all be here forever and we'll be wiping on the boss for God knows how long, like we were last night. So that's your Paralytic Surge there. Now, next ability I use is Mending Probes, okay? Now, this ability here, you got a good area there for that. Just let go of that one and it puts a hot onto your allies. And as you can see, it just gradually restores a little bit of health here, there and everywhere. And of course, all the allies that are in there, they'll get that hot as well. So it's a very, very good sustainable ability. Now, the next thing we're going to go through is Dual Shock. Now, if you watch one of my previous medic builds, my DPS build actually had Dual Shock in. Now, for this ability here, it's a very, very powerful heal as well. It would deal damage, which is nice, but it'll also restore 1,200 health as well to allies. Now, the good thing about this, it's only usable after a critical hit, so it doesn't pop up that often, but depends on your crit chance. Let's give it a go now. Just do a few things here, there and everywhere. Pop them all out, and no, my luck, we're not going to get a crit chance. We're going to be here forever. One more. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, we're not going to get a crit chance. Never mind. But you literally do that and then you hit a cone in front of you just there. As long as your allies are within that, that won't be a problem whatsoever. Okay? The next ability, which we've got, which is very cool, this one's called Flash. Now, for the area that this heals, it's incredible. So if I just hold down that there, we've got a massive area there. So it's quite likely your 5 allies are going to be within that. Let go of that and it does a nice heal, which is really, really cool. And of course I've stacked that out as much as I can as well. Now, the final ability here is called Rejuvenator. Now, Rejuvenator is a targetable patch you can put on the floor, and as long as your allies are within it, they'll get healed. Now, this is only unlocked by amps. It's one of the final amps. So if you've got that amp, yeah, put it on there. It's very, very cool, and the ability is really nice. Let's just say Over here, there's a boss. You put that little thing there, and then you've got something called a field. Okay. Now, what will happen when someone runs into that field? It activates, and then you've got a nice heal there as well. So it's really good to drop on yourself and your casters, or put it on the tank as well, which is very, very helpful. So those are the abilities that I'm using at the moment. Now, when I get to level 24, I will get this ability here. Now, this ability is called Shield Surge. This is the most important ability. You are the only healer that can heal shields. Okay. Now, by putting Shield Surge on, you're restoring their shield, so you're mitigating damage, which is really, really nice. As you can see there from Tier 4 Major Upgrade, unlocked at level 25, you get an ability there which is increase your shield mitigation by 25% for 8 seconds. That is absolutely incredible. That is a very, very powerful ability. Now, on my final build, I will be using Shield Surge as well as emissions as well. They both work very, very well. Absolutely incredible. So what we're going to do now, that's the build itself. Hopefully that shed a little bit of light on the subject. But what we're going to do now, we're actually going to run into a battleground just so you can see what the healing's like and see how you get on. Welcome back. Let's have a look now at the healing. So we're in Halls of Bloodsworn at the moment, which is the PvP area. So let's give it a bash. Let's see what we can do. So, got our group of motley exiles here. As you see, keep your emissions up. Get everyone in there. Oh, stun. They always come for the healers first. There we go. That's it. Keep the healing probes up as much as you can. Stun there. Oh. Healing while blind is not fun. So as you can see, this guy here is staying at pretty good health, even though we're getting dominated by the Dominion. Everyone's staying at a nice amount of health. Got this guy here, look. So that's pretty much it, guys. And as you can see, like, I'm staying alive, and if I'm staying alive, everyone else is. So just keep it to good use. But as you can see, some of the abilities are really, really nice. Oh, and I just let that guy die right there. And mine. So yeah, enjoy it and play around with it. It is practice though. I did find it very, very difficult to start with, but now I really, really like it. So thank you very much for liking and watching even. Please like and subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Thank you.